Good morning to all. I am Jamuna. I'm working as assistant professor in Artificial Intelligence and Data Science Department in Erode Sengundar Engineering College. Today we are going to learn about free open source software. And what are the topics we are going to discuss today is what is FOSS, why open source software is important, what are the advantages of open sources, applications of open sources, open source operating systems, kernel mode and user mode, advanced concepts, scheduling, personalities, and cloning. First of all, we want to learn what is an open source software. Open source software is a software and its source codes designed to be publicly accessible. That means the software released under a license in which the copyright holder grants users the rights to use, study, change, and distribute the software and its source code to everyone. Why we need of open sources? Because programmers can use pre-existing code to improve the software and even come up with their own innovations. It provides great learning opportunities for new programmers. Next one, why open sources are very important? Because by allowing anybody to access, evaluate, and alter the source code, open source encourages the security. This open source software allows developers to find and repair bugs. Some of the examples: Firefox, it is a web browser, and OpenOffice and Paint. Next one, we will see about what are the advantages of open source softwares. First advantage, flexibility and agility. We know that flexibility means it is very easy to use and very flexible. Agility. The agile methodology is a project management that involves breaking the project into phases and provides continuous collaboration and improvement. And it offers multiple ways to solve the problem. Instead of waiting for a vendor to deliver that software, we can create it ourselves. We no need to wait for the vendors. We can create it by using the existing program codes. And second one, speed. It is a great advantage of open source software. It solves the problems and deliver the value very quickly. It is a fast, great implementation. And next advantage is cost effectiveness. This open source software is a cost effective. It is not expensive in an enterprise environment. It is a budget challenged, and this open source makes financial sense to explore open source softwares. Next advantage, ability to start small. We can able to start small and quick community versions. What is a community version? Means it is a version of software that is offered under an open source license. If the project does not require support, we can continue on the community version. Next advantage, solid information security. Decades old source code, and we can able to identify and fix problems. We can check the old existing programming code and we can identify the bugs and we can fix the problems. And next advantage, attract better talent. By creating own projects and having the ability to interact with other enterprises to develop solution, this open source is giving the developers flexible and freedom. Next advantage, share maintenance cost. Rather than writing an application, we can share the cost of maintaining and sustaining applications among multiple parties. This last advantage is the future. This open source is the future. Web, mobile, and cloud solutions are increasingly built on open source infrastructure. Some data and analytic solutions are only available in open sources. Next one, applications of open source software. There are so many applications are used in open source, and some of the applications we will see now. First one, VLC media player. This VLC media player can play most media files on mostly on the platforms. It is wide range of supported formats include multimedia files, DVDs and audios, VCDs and various streaming protocols. Next one is Sugar CRM. What is the mean for CRM? Means customer relationship management. Cloud-based applications used for handling sales automation, marketing automation, account management and customer relationship management needs. Third one, GIMP, that means GNU Image Manipulation Program. It is used for photo retouching, image composition and image authoring. Next one, VNC, that means virtual network computing, that provides screen sharing services. Next, Apache Web Server. It is a web server and that is responsible for accepting directories requests from internet users and sending their desired information in the form of files and web pages. Next one, LibreOffice, that allows users to do everything for compose simple letters for designing brochures and complex books and other documents. Next one, Jasper Soft Studio. It is a report designer program that allows you to create a simple and sophisticated reports as well with the charts, tabs and export them to a wide variety of formats. That last application you will see now, Simple Screen Recorder. The Simple Screen Recorder is used to make audio and video screencast. It is easy to install and use but very powerful at the same time. Next one we want to see this open source operating system. Now we want to see this. Next topic we want to see this open source operating system. Open source softwares, we saw that so many open source softwares are there and so many operating systems also now we can get in open source, and one of the example is Linux. We want to see what is an Linux. Linux is a free open source operating system, and before that we want to see what is an operating system. It is a software that acts as an interface between hardware and user. This operating system sits between the application and hardware and makes the connection between all the softwares. This Linux is a free and open source operating system, and the source code can be modified and distributed to anyone commercially or non-commercially under general public license, that means GPL. It is created for personal computers and gradually it used in other machines like servers, mainframe computers, supercomputers, etc. It is used in embedded systems like routers, automation controls, televisions, digital video recorders, smart watches, video games, etc. The biggest success of Linux is Android, that is used in mobiles and tablets. This Android license has the largest installed, so it is called as general purpose operating system. This Linux source code is easily available for everyone and you are allowed to contribute, modify and distribute the code to anyone without any permission. In terms of security, Linux is more secure than other operating system. It does not mean that Linux is 100% secure. It has some malware for it. But Linux does not require any antivirus software. The software updates in Linux are very easy and frequent. Linux is freely available to use on the internet. It is a large community support. This Linux maintains the privacy of the user. Linux is network friendly and the flexibility of Linux is very high. Linux is compatible with a large number of file formats. It is very fast and easy to install from the web, and this Linux performs all tasks properly. And next one we will see about what is a kernel mode. And what is a kernel? Kernel is a core of the operating system and it has complete control over everything that occurs in the system. And kernel mode is also known as system mode and is one of the CPU operating system mode. A kernel is the main program or component of operating system. It is the thing that does all the work, and without it you have no operating system. And Linux is actually nothing more than a kernel. And it is a kernel that is running on behalf of the user process and directly access kernel data structure or the kernel programs. This kernel mode programs run in the background and making sure everything runs smoothly, like printer devices, display devices, and the drivers that interface with the monitor, keyboard, mouse, etc. When the computer boots up, this Windows calls the kernel, the main kernel mode program that allows all other programs to run, even the user mode. When the CPU is the kernel mode, it is assumed to be executing. It is a trusted software, and thus it can execute any instructions and reference at any addresses. This executing code has complete and unrestricted access to the hardware, can execute any CPU instructions and references to any memory addresses. Next one, it is a very higher priority, and we can able to read user mode also. And the process is in kernel mode. If maybe the crashes are occurred, means the crashes are not easily recoverable. It is very higher priority. We can able to read user mode, and compared to user mode, this kernel mode is very secure. Next one, we want to see this, what is a user mode. When program is running in user mode, we cannot directly access the kernel data structure or the kernel process. And this user mode, here what we are using is user programs are used here in user mode. It is called as normal mode, for example web browsers. And it is normal mode of operating for programs, for example web browsers. They don't interact directly with the kernel. Instead of, they just give instructions on what needs to be done. These are the programs that you run when you want specific programs. For example, MS Point, Word, Calculator. These applications doesn't crash this system, but it is not a trusted software. Executing code has no ability to directly access hardware or memory. Any crashes in user mode are always recoverable. Most of the code running on your computer will execute in user mode. It is a lower priority, and we cannot able to read the kernel mode. And the code running in a program in a computer will executing in user mode. What are the code we are running in computer will execute in user mode. It is not secure. In compared to kernel mode, it is not secured. Advanced concepts. There are three advanced concepts. Now we are going to see that. What are all means scheduling, personalities, and cloning. What is a scheduling? It is a process of arranging, controlling, and optimizing work and workloads in manufacturing process. And scheduling is the action of assigning resources to perform tasks. This allows multiple users to share system resources effectively. There are three types of delayed execution is there. What all means sleep command, at command, and cron command. First we will see about sleep command. Sleep command is used for delaying the process for a specified amount of time. Waiting a little while and then resuming job execution. In this, execution time depends on the system time at the moment of submission, and it is used to create a dummy job. It helps in delaying the execution. These commands pauses the execution for an amount of time. Syntax for this command is sleep number suffix. In this suffix SMHD, these short forms are used. What does this means? S means seconds, M stands for minutes, H stands for hour, D stands for days. For example, sleep 50 minutes. That means this command will slow down the process 15 minutes. That means it creates a dummy job and pauses the execution for 15 minutes. Next one we will see about at command. It is running a command at a specified time. This execution time depends on the job, not the time of submission. It is used to execute any program or mail at any time in the future. It executes commands at a particular time and accepts the time of the form HH:MM to run. What is the syntax we are used here is at, option and runtime. Here so many expressions are used. What are means noon, midnight, tomorrow, next Monday, etc. And we will see some examples. First example, at space -1. This command is used to list users pending jobs. Second command, at space Monday space plus 20 minutes. This command used to schedule a job for the coming Monday at the time 20 later than the current time. And third one, at space 1:45 space 08:26:20. This command used to schedule a job to run at 1:45 August 26, 2020. First, in this command, 0 at 1:45 08. What is the 08 means for day? Sorry, month. August month, we will represent in number 08. And second one, date 26. And last 2020 means the last two characters we are taking here. So 08, 26, 20. And the fourth command, at space 3 p.m. space plus 4 days. This command used to schedule a job to run at 3 p.m. 4 days from now. And next command, #echo space shutdown space -h now space at space -m space 4:30. This command used to schedule a job to shut down the system at 4:30 today. And sixth command, at space now space plus 5 hours. This command used to schedule a job to run 5 hours from now. And the last command is at space r space 11 or ATRM space 11. This command used to delete the job. And next we will see about cron command. This cron command is regularly running a command monthly, weekly, daily, years and etc. It is regularly running a command that automates the scheduled task at a predefined time. This command runs as a background process and performs the specified operations at the predefined time. Dealing with a repeated task frequently is the task for the system administrator, and he can schedule such process to run automatically in the background at regular intervals of time by creating a list of commands using cron. This cron command checks for the scheduling job, and when the scheduling time fields match the current time field, the scheduled commands are executed. The syntax is cron space f space -1 space -L log level. That is not minus, that is hyphen. This -f is used for staying in foreground mode. What is that foreground mode means? User interacts process. And -1 that enables the name of LSP compliant for a file. What is that LSP? It is Linux standard base that enables the software applications to run on any compliant system. and -L log level that inform the cron that what task using some values which are mentioned as follows. It is using some values. What are the values are from 1 2 4 8. 1 means log the beginning of each cron task. 2 indicates log the completion of each cron task. 4 indicates log every failed task. 8 indicates log the number of process of each cron task. Next one we will see about cron tab. This cron tab means table. It will create a table and it allows the users to add, remove or modify the scheduled task. This command syntax has 6 fields separated by space, where the first 5 represent the time to run the task and the last one is for the command. Here minute, we will use minute that holds the value between 0 to 59, and hour, it holds a value between 0 to 23, and day of month, it holds a value between 1 to 31. Month of year, it holds the value between 1 to 12 or Jan to December. That means the first 3 letters of the month name shall be used. The last one, day of the week, it holds a value between 0 to 6 or Sunday to Saturday. The same first 3 letters of the day shall be used. Some of the system calls related to scheduling or some systems calls we will see that. First one, nice. This nice command is used to change the priority of a conventional process. Get priority, it is used to get the maximum priority of a group of conventional process. Set priority, it is used to set the priority of a group of conventional process. Next one, SECHED, schedule hyphen get schedule. It is used to get the scheduling policy of a process. Next one, SCHED hyphen set schedule. It is used to set the scheduling policy of a process. Next one, SCHED hyphen set parent. It is used to set the priority of a process. Next one, SCHED hyphen yield. It is used to leave the processor voluntarily without blocking it. Next one, SCHED hyphen get hyphen priority hyphen min. It is used to get the minimum priority value for a policy. Next one, SCHED hyphen get hyphen priority hyphen max. It is used to get the maximum priority value for a policy. This last one, SCHED hyphen RR hyphen get hyphen interval. It is used to get the time value for the round robin policy. Next advanced concept we are going to see here is personalities. This personalities is used to set the process execution domain. It is used to list the available execution domains, and this Linux supports different execution domains or personalities for each process. These execution domains tell Linux how to map signal number into signal actions. The execution domain system allows Linux to provide limited support for binaries compiled under other Unix-like operating systems. And these are the command used here for personality. #include system personality.com .h int personality unsigned long persona. Here this function will return the current personality value when persona equals 0xFFFF. When the persona which is equals 0xFFF means the current personality that is executed. And if it is error means it return -1. And next advanced concept we are going to see here is cloning. What is a cloning? You are making an image copy of a system disk is a creative way to create a backup. For creating a backup, we are making an image copy of a system disk. If your main drive does crash, you could be backup and running in a matter of minutes. There are lots of ways to clone the disk. We will see few of them. The biggest issue with making an image copy of your system disk is that you must boot from another device to get a true copy. What are the options we are using here means live CD or bootable USB. The two methods are used here to clone the disk. What all means first one Ubuntu 10.4 distro on a USB disk. Second one actual disk duplication distro like Clonezilla. And first type we will see now bootable Ubuntu USB disk. By creating a bootable Ubuntu USB disk it is a very simple task if you have a running system. For this cloning, we need distribution files. You should be able to boot straight from the disk once you have created. We want to change the BIOS, that means basic input output system setting, to allow the system to boot from USB. Many new systems have the option by pressing F12 button when power's on. Once your system booted, it is ready to make your backup image copy. It takes nearly 4 hours. If you are using disk caddy adapter like Thermaltake Black X ST005U, it will speed up the file transfer. And second one we will see about Clonezilla. It is created for the purpose of cloning disk drives. It has two basic flavors. What and all means live and SE. SE means server edition. Live version works in much the same as Ubuntu USB disk. The live is same as Ubuntu USB disk, and the same you should boot your computer from USB and perform disk copy operations on any drives connected to the computer. It has more number of tools for that. We are having default copy tool, that is part clone. This Clonezilla server edition is used to clone disk over a network. Latest release of Clonezilla is 1.2.5.17, and the hardest part to image your hard drive is to know which drive is the master and which drive will be your copy. Here one command line is used, that is dd command #dd if equal to d/dev/sda of equal to /dev/sdb. Here /dev/sda is we want to make a copy, that file name, the file name of what file we want to copy here. That means that file name is /dev/sda, and after that equal it will come /dev/sdb means there is a target drive. We want to copy that SDA file to SDB. We want to make a cloning here. And thank you so much.